All right, guys, so everyone should have gotten question number 1 done in class. If not, please pause the video and write this stuff down so that you have it, and then I'll scroll up in a moment. But I'm going to read it and then talk about what we did so that it makes a little more sense, and then I'm going to go over questions 2, 3, and 4. So it says Daniel has $25 to spend at the fair. If the admission to go to the fair is $4 and the rides cost $1.50 each, what is the greatest number of rides Daniel can go on? So I have my limit, which is 25, and those are in your notes from September 19th. The symbol here matches the word limit. So I cannot go over $25 because that's all he has. So the alligator is eating the biggest number there. This is your limit or your maximum. Now I have $4 to get in, and then 1.5x is the cost for X rides. X is a number. How many rides can he go on? Okay. Then it says, excuse me, I've written my inequality. Now how many rides can he go on? They want you to solve for X. So I subtract 4 from here, cross it out, bring it over here, subtract 4 over there. Whatever I do to the left, I have to do to the right. So this is technically the opposite. Minus 4, positive 4. Now down here I have 1.5x is less than or equal to 21. So I cancel this out, which is canceling out multiplication, and I'm going to be dividing. Divide 21 by 1.5. Down here I can't have a decimal in my denominator, so I bring it over and one place to the right, and then I do the same up top. This becomes 210 divided by 15. Bam. Over here, 210 divided by 15, I got 14. He can go on 14 rides or less. Then I have to graph it on my number line. 14, I shade it in because it has this equal to part, and then it's less than 14. A little more justification. What is a number less than 14? Let's say 12. So plug it in for my variable. 4 times 1.5, or 4 plus 1.5 times 12 is less than or equal to 25. 4 plus 1.5 times 12 is 18. What's a whole 12? 1. What's a half of 12? 6. Or what's a whole 12? 12. And then what's a half of 12? 6. 1.5 times 12 is 18 because I have 1 whole 12, which is, let me just show you the math, because that makes more sense, Miss Starling. 235, 1, 0, 8, 1, decimal, decimal. That's 18, not 180. Okay, so 18 less than or equal to 25. 18 plus 4 is 22. Is that less than or equal to 25? It checks out. It is correct. All right, go on to number 2. I want to correct what I did for some in this class, or some in class. I noticed that I was doing something a little bit wrong, and I want to show you the correct way to do this because it makes sense that way, and just watch. The 7th grade class is putting on a variety show to raise money. It costs $700 to rent the banquet hall that they're going to use. A cost is usually something negative when it comes to getting a total, and then I'm trying to raise a certain amount of money. If they charge $15 for each ticket, how many tickets do they need to sell in order to raise at least $1,000? Okay, like I was saying, in this situation, the cost is $700 for the banquet hall, and they want to raise at least $1,000. That means they want to make back that $700 and then $1,000 more. So $15 for each is 15x. That's the cost for X tickets. $700 is the rental fee. And then $1,000 is the profit. That means it's how much extra money I want to make. So I have 15x minus 700 because I've already paid it from that 1,000, but I want to get more. I want to get more than 1,000 back. Is greater than or equal to 1,000. I don't know why I keep putting an equal sign there. My bad, guys. Now I gotta solve. 15x minus 700 greater than or equal to 1,000. Get rid of the 700 from both sides by adding the opposite. So plus 700 on the left, plus 700 on the right. Now, 15x is greater than or equal to 1,700. Excuse me. So now I'm going to get rid of the 15 by way of division. Once I've added or subtracted here, I'm not going to add or subtract again. So those of you who like to say, okay, we'll make a negative 15, or okay, add 15. No, I'm not adding that 15 or subtracting it to begin with here. This is multiplication, so I have to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So cross this out, and then this will be x is greater than or equal to 1,700 divided by 15. 15 goes into 17 one time. 15, 20, one time. 15, 50. 15 goes into 50 three times. Hold on, let me readjust. 3 times 15 is 45, and then another 5, and bring down your 0, and this 3 is going to repeat. So it has to be over 113.333 repeating tickets. But can I sell a third of a ticket? No, so always round up for this. So how many tickets do they need to sell? Is it 113? Is that going to be enough? Or do they need to sell up one more and sell 114? It should be 114. They must sell 114 tickets at least. That way they get back their $700 and they make $1,000 profit. On my number line, let's just go ahead and use the whole number 114 so that we don't have to worry about a decimal. 114, 115, 116, 113, 112. Open it, so color it in because it's got that equal to, and then go more. I always want to sell more when it comes to making profit, okay? On the other paper, or other side, Kevin has $25. Bam, that's how much he has. MP3 downloads cost 75 cents each, another cost. How many songs can he download and still have $13 left to spend? So, my goal, this could go two ways. I could have $25 or less, or I can have more than or equal to $13. Okay, watch what I do. So first, I have 75 cents each, 0.75 cents. X is the cost for X downloads. $25 is your maximum that you can spend, and 13 is my leftover. Okay? Excuse me. So first, over here, I can have 13 plus 0.75x. So this is how much I want to save, and then I'm adding up the total of how many downloads I can get. Or over here, this is 25 minus 0.75x. So this is where I start at $25, and I'm taking away a certain amount of money per download. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. Watch how cool this is. Over here, I could say 13 plus 75 hundredths x is less than or equal to 25. Get rid of the 13. 0.75x is less than or equal to 25 minus 13 is 12. So then I divide by 0.75, divide by 0.75, cancel it out. X is less than or equal to, this is the same as 12 times 4/3, which 12 times 4 is 48, then divide by 3 is 16. 48, 3. 16 for this one. Then over here, 25 minus 0.75x is greater than or equal to 13 minus 25 minus 25. Negative 0.75x is greater than or equal to negative 12, because 13 minus 25 is negative 12. I got the same thing that I had here, except because this is a negative number, guess what's going to happen to my inequality? It's going to turn around. So divide by negative 0.75, divide by negative 0.75. A negative divided by a negative makes it a positive, and then these cancel out. X, my sign turns around, is less than or equal to, this right here is now the same thing as this right here, which is 16. How many downloads can Kevin purchase? Up to 16 downloads. Draw your number line. Up to 16. That means, do I want to surpass 16, or do I want to have 16 and less? or less. It's got an equal sign, shade it in. I want less. I cannot go over that because he only has $25 to spend. Last one. Trinity had $500 in a savings account at the beginning of the summer. Y'all know what happens when you spend money you have a certain amount saved up at the beginning of the summer, and then you do a whole bunch of fun things. She wants to have at least $200 in the account by the end of the summer. She withdraws $25 each week for food, clothes, and movie tickets. So she's having a good time over the summer, like we're supposed to do. And we want to see how many times she can withdraw money and still end up with $200 at the end of the summer. Write an inequality. So this can go like this. I want greater than or equal to $200. At least $200, so that's my minimum. Okay? At least. That's also a key word in your notes that you should have written down on September 19th. I'm going to start with 500, and then I'm going to subtract $25 each week. X is my number of weeks. So $25 X is money taken out each week. Now, how many weeks can Trinity withdraw money from her account? Let's solve it. 500 minus 25x greater than or equal to 200. Cross out the 500, subtract it over here. 200 minus 500 is negative 300. Less than or equal to negative 25x. Bring this negative sign with this 25. It goes together. It is a coefficient. And if we were to circle these, that negative needs to be inside with that 25. Now I have 25 times some number gives me negative 300. And I have to divide both sides by 25. This is a negative number, so my inequality must flip. Inequality flips. So turn it around. Now these become positive, 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 positive. These actually cancel out. I'm left